The 2019 model year marks the debut of the Subaru Forester's fifth official generation, and although things remain largely the same on the outside, under the skin is a toned-down commuter SUV with plenty of tech and comfort for any price point. Subaru hasn't changed a whole lot for the Forester's new generation. Overall, the exterior is, perhaps, slightly smoother, a nod to the sleeker designs most other manufacturers opt for on their products these days. Anyone who hasn't spent time memorizing the minutest of features on the Forester's exterior won't be able to point out a noticeable difference in either the entire design or in the smaller details. And yet, as with so many sedans, crossovers, and SUVs, the Forester has grown, if only slightly. After all, it can't very well get smaller, or owners moving up to the new model year will feel cramped. But still, the Forester's exterior specs have changed by less than 1 inch of length and less than 1 inch of width. Aaron lets have a bit more bite, the grille's touchy designs ratchets up a notch, and the wheel choices have received an upgrade in their throwing star styling. Under the hood of the Forester is where Subaru has made the most significant updates for the 2019 model year. The Japanese manufacturer has, throughout its lineup, always tried to retain the rugged, authentic experience that their product naming suggests, as Outback, Forester, and Ascent have all come with manual transmissions because, presumably, their owners are more than willing to travel off the beaten path and explore a bit of creeping along dirt trails. Not so with the Subarus of the future. While the WRX and STI will almost certainly keep their stick shift for a while, the other vehicles are slowly phasing them out. The Crosstrek, which would otherwise seem ripe for a third pedal, doesn't offer one. And now the Forester joins those ranks, and will hit dealer lots with only a CVT option. Subaru clearly believes that either their customers have changed or they need to cater to the crossover crowd, because they've even done away with the turbocharged engine variant in the Forester. The only powertrain combination is, therefore, a naturally aspirated 2.5-liter flat-four that sends 182 horsepower to all four wheels through the aforementioned CVT. A sprint from standstill to 60 miles per hour takes a sluggish 8.5 seconds, thanks in large part to the Forester's 3,601-pound curb weight. In reality, not bad for an SUV that hasn't become 100% crossed over. Yet the Forester's latent commuter car personality still shines through. Despite the strong resemblance to the outgoing generation, everything that isn't a nut or bolt on the car is actually new, including the underlying platform, which now included braces for the front suspension. Towing capacity is a paltry 1,500 pounds, but anyone who wants a bit more truck in their SUV ought to opt for the Ascent, anyways. At least the Forester retains solid ground clearance, rated at 8.7 inches. As with any vehicle on the market today, most of Subaru's advertising has turned away from power stats or reliability record and instead focuses on the tech. The Forester comes in 5 different trim levels: base at the bottom, then premium, sport, limited, and touring at the top, but with the same drivetrain under the skin. Most of the differences in spec have to do with interior amenities and driver's aids. Subaru's EyeSight Driver Assist comes standard on every model, as does a Starlink multimedia infotainment system compatible with both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Upgrade to the premium package, and Starlink gets a safety and security bundle and 4G LTE Wi-Fi, along with a 10-way power driver's seat and a panoramic moonroof. A power rear gate becomes optional, as well. Up to the Sport, and that Boxer engine now includes a push-button start, and an SI drive engine management system. Sport also comes with heated front seats and two-tone cloth upholstery. Leather becomes standard up in the rarefied air of the Forester's limited and touring trims. Safety features like blind spot detection, cross-traffic alert, and a driver-focused distraction mitigation system fit into the mix, as does dual-zone automatic climate control, the option for heated front and rear seats, and even a front passenger seat controlled electronically. The base Forester starts at $24,295, and the incremental steps up the ladder of trim packages each cost about $2,000 more. At the top end, the Forester Touring will come with a price tag of $34,295, with additional options also available as add-ons. Dealers already have the Forester in stock, and given the range of price points available, buyers should have no problem finding the exact model to fit their specific needs. Whether the Forester counts as a crossover or an SUV is debatable, but its competition comes mostly from the former class. Mazda's CX-5, Nissan's Rogue, Honda's CR-V, and Toyota's RAV4 are all a touch smaller, and most employ turbocharged engines in opposition to the Forester's Boxer mill. Pricing is similar for the whole segment thanks to serious competition from a thirsty consumer base, and the majority of buyer preference will, no doubt, come down to interior space, fuel economy, technology, and styling over actual off-road performance.
The Toyota RAV4 and the Nissan Rogue are the best-selling SUVs in America. In any given year, one or the other has a top spot. The RAV4 is slightly ahead this year, but about 400,000 buyers will take home a Nissan Rogue in 2018. The reasons for that success are simple: it's about good value. The Rogue is a spacious 5-passenger crossover SUV. It's perfect for families, and you can get into the most basic trim for less than $25,000. All the basics are there in the base model too. You'll get more than 27 mpg in combined real-world driving, and the ability to haul up to 70 cubic feet of cargo. The Rogue can also tow up to 1,100 pounds, so a camper or utility trailer can be part of your plan. Under the hood, you'll find Nissan's 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine. 170 horsepower doesn't sound like much in the modern world, but Nissan's Strada continuously variable transmission makes good use of the available power to give the Rogue a confident driving experience. The Rogue feels well planted on the road, with a smooth, comfortable ride. 4-wheel disc brakes give the Rogue a short stopping distance too. As a family wagon, the Rogue needs to lead in safety technology, and it does. Unlike most SUVs, Nissan makes blind spot monitoring standard equipment on every Rogue they sell. The Rogue also includes intelligent lane intervention, automatic emergency braking with pedestrian detection, reverse automatic braking, rear cross-traffic alerts, and advanced traction and stability controls. Remember, that's not limited to the top trim. That list comes on every Rogue. Of course, if you select the higher trim levels, there's plenty more you can get. Our test vehicle was the mid-level SV trim, which came with all-wheel drive, motion-activated liftgate, navigation, Bose audio, panoramic moonroof, bird's-eye camera system, and Nissan's latest driver assistance technology. Nissan is the only economy automaker to offer steering assistance, which it calls ProPilot Assist. This works in concert with adaptive cruise control to help the driver stay centered on the road. The ProPilot system applies gentle steering inputs to keep the Rogue in its lane, even around curves. The driver is still in control, however, and must keep hands on the wheel and eyes on the road. The top trims of the Rogue come with navigation, but every Rogue supports full smartphone integration via Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. This means if you have a phone, you have in-car navigation. The basic screen interface is 7 inches, which is a nice useful size. One more thing about the Rogue, you can get it with a hybrid drivetrain if you want to use a bit less gas. The hybrid gets 31 mpg city, 34 mpg highway, and 33 combined. If you're thinking of a new SUV for 2019, it's hard to go wrong with the new Nissan Rogue.